With their fifth round pick of the 2021 NHL entry draft, the New York Islanders selected Finnish forward Eetu Liukas from Finnish side TPS, the same side that had Russell Nishikov, by the way. I caught up with him to talk about the pre-draft interviews, being selected, when he found out, and if he was on the ice when he did, and everything else in between. So here's a chat with new Islanders prospect Eetu Liukas. So Eetu, thank you for joining me. I want to start just like I did with Eetu. How do we pronounce your name properly so we don't butcher it for the rest of your career?
Thanks for having me, and it's Eetu Liukas.
Eetu Liukas. Okay, I'm still not going to pronounce it the same way, but at least we're not pronouncing it terribly.
Yeah.
So thank you, or not thank you, but congrats on getting drafted. That's got to be quite an honor and quite a special thing to have done, right?
Yeah, that's a big honor, and I'm really grateful for that. I got the pretty good organization that drafted me, so I'm a pretty lucky man now.
So how did you find out? Because it was close to game time, right? Like you guys had a game at 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. You were drafted into the fifth round. Like that got pretty close to when puck drop was. How did you find out? Were you sitting on a computer watching, or someone just kind of told you?
No, I was actually in the locker room, and but when I got drafted, I was on the ice. We had a pre-game ice there, and I was on the ice then, and then I got to the locker room, and a guy next to me told me that I got drafted by the Islanders. And yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. So have you spoken to the Islanders since they've drafted you? Have you had that kind of sit down, hi, how's it going kind of thing?
Yeah. I talked with Eetu Liukas from Finland. He's a scout for the Islanders. So I talked with him 1 hour ago, and yeah.
So what do you know about the team? So you get drafted by the Islanders. Do you do like any sort of prep to see what team you might get drafted to, or is it just kind of like whoever drafts me, and I'm going to learn who they are once that happens?
I know a bit from Islanders. I watched the playoff games, and I know a lot of players from there, and actually I know something from the organization, and it was nice to watch the playoff games. They played very, very well, and they were actually really close to getting to Stanley Cup Finals. So that was really, really nice to watch the games.
Yeah, they were just so close, one goal away.
Yeah.
But you said you know someone or people around the team, but because you've played with one at TPS and Russell Nishikov.
Ja Larsson palaa takaisin kaukaloon, joukkueet ovat täysilukuiset. Erik Larsson. Eetu Liukas mukaan, Liukas lähestyy laukoon ja kiekko maalissa!
Right, he was there with you last year. I spoke to him about you getting drafted, and he said he's really happy for you, and he said he's a big fella, plays PK very well, pretty good in front of the net, has a really hard shot. He reminds me of something of Val Nichushkin. What do you think of that comparison from your former teammate who's now in Mannheim?
I think that's a really good said about me. I think I'm a modern power forward who plays. I have a good shot, and I play like a hard game. And that Valeri Nichushkin, it's a pretty good said. But yeah, Ruslan is a good guy, and it's nice to have him around. And he's I'm really appreciated that he said like that.
Yeah, that's got to be cool to see. So you'll go back next year and obviously play for TPS, and it's still Raimo is still the head coach, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, the head coach changed. We have Jussi Ahokas, who has coached for the national junior national teams a lot, and he's now our coach.
Excellent. I'm going to have to talk to him about some things then, because I was very formal or familiar with Raimo, so I'm going to have to get familiar with the new coach. So you mentioned your style of play being modern power forward. Is there anything else about your game that Islanders fans should maybe know or look for, aside from maybe modern power forward and a little bit physical?
Yeah, I think the fans will love how the hard hits and the game I play. Like I said, I'm a modern power forward who like to play a really physical game, and but I got a hard shot too, so I can score the goals too, and I'm not only a heater or something like that.
Yeah, when I talked to Islanders fans to kind of prep them for your draft pick, I said, think of Cal Clutterbuck, human battering ram, but can score goals. Is one heck of a shot, but man, he likes to hit and he hits well. Because
Yeah,
like Rustin said, you're a big dude, but you're not like 6'8", 300 pounds mass. You're 6'2", 200, which is still big for an 18-year-old. And you love to hit. That is that just something that came naturally to you, or is it just something you decided that I might be good at this. I might do that as a style of play.
I think that game naturally for me. I've always been. I'm not being the biggest guy, like the huge guy, but I've been like a little bit bigger than others, so that might be one thing that came naturally for me. But I mean, I like the game that I play, and I love to play like that. So it's just nice.
So I've got two more for you. One is about the pre-draft interviews. What we've been hearing recently for the Islanders specifically is that when it came to the pre-draft interviews, the Islanders had like this 2-hour math test essentially that they got some prospects to do. Did you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
do that, or was that just kind of like whatever? I'm good at math. This is great. I'll take this, no problem.
Yeah, I had one. I don't know what test it is, but there was almost 200 little question, and you have to like put it A or B or C options, and that was the test I did.
Right. And it wasn't too hard. It was fine kind of thing.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, it took a while, but it was fun to do that.
So you're in Michigan, you're playing the summer showcase. There's a few guys that are Islanders prospects, not just in the tournament, but on your team. Aturatu got selected in the second round, and
Yeah.
Matthias Rayanemi is also an Islander prospect. You guys kind of hang out now that you have that kind of link as your all Islanders prospects. And what were the scenes at camp, I guess, leading into the game as players started getting drafted here and there?
Yeah, I know actually. I know Aatu pretty well. We have been friends for many years now, and I also know Matias Rajaniemi from a couple years ago. We have been in same national teams, and I know them really good actually, and we're pretty good friends now. And yeah, it was like different from last year's that we were actually when the first round was getting, we were in the bus, and we don't have any Wi-Fi there, so it was really exciting to guys who were ranked to the first round. They were like pretty exciting situation for them to watch they didn't get the Wi-Fi from the bus, so they didn't watch the draft in there. So when we got to the hotel, they got the Wi-Fi, and then they seen that. So it was a really weird situation.
It's got to be a little stressful when you're thinking you're getting drafted and you can't even get basic Wi-Fi. That's
Yeah,
got to be
yeah.
hard. My last one for you then is usually once players get drafted, people from the team or around the team reach out to say like, congrats. If you need anything, let me know. Has anyone reached out to you from within the organization or just fellow Finns like Otto Koivula, maybe even Robin Salo saying like, congrats, welcome to the team type of thing?
Not yet. I've not talked with Robin or Otto. Not talked with them, but maybe if we see in somewhere in the summer or something like, then we'll have a little chat. But no, I've not talked with them yet.
Perfect. That's fine. I'm sure there's plenty of time for that. You guys will go back to Finland. They're there anyways for the summer. So
Yeah.
everyone's busy doing their summer thing. I have to thank you for taking the time to speak to me. Good luck
Yeah.
with the rest of the tournament. So far, so good. 2 wins, 2 games. Right on.
Yeah.
So good luck with the rest of it, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for having me.
You're welcome, man. Take it easy now.